Hi, healers. Little bit of a message here today. I want to talk about getting to the root cause. You might be thinking, what is she talking about? What does she mean? What are we healing? You might not even know what you're healing and you don't know where to begin. So we want to start with the root cause. Whatever we're feeling in our body has a root cause. And it might not actually be that our knee hurts because we banged it. Maybe our knee hurts because we have arthritis. And why do we have arthritis? We might have arthritis because we have inflammation. Why do we have inflammation? We could have inflammation for many reasons. So what we need to do is we look for the deep embedded emotional wounds, which can contribute to a lot of these things because whatever is happening inside of us is going to be apparent on the outside of us. And this is why we need to heal from the inside out, unless it's something like we directly bumped ourselves and created a wound in that manner. So we are looking to see, do we have emotional um, issues that we haven't dealt with? Are there some things that we keep packing in and not releasing? So we want to take a look at anything that might be affecting us, starting with recent things and working our way back to things that may have had happened years and years ago. So what we need to do is unpack our emotional wounds so that we can get to the deep embedded ones that really contribute to our well-being, our mental well-being and our physical well-being as well. And that's just a really slow process of taking something, letting it sit for a minute and working with it inside of our body. How does this make me feel? Why do I feel this way? Was there something about a toxic relationship that I haven't released yet? Um, Understanding that you're not responsible for the way that people treat you, but you are responsible for how you feel about how they treated you, and the best way to take care of that. So the first thing you're doing right now is you're just looking for the root cause. And you might make a list of some things that they weigh on you, they come up, they pop up in your mind. You think about them. Something triggers you to think about them. There's a person that you weren't able to come to a resolution with in your relationship that you might want to come to a resolution yourself inside your own um, emotions before you attempt to, try to reach out to fix your emotional well-being. Because a lot of times it's what's happening inside of us, and getting the other person involved isn't necessary. You might have toxic habits that could be a root to some of your healing concerns, to your pain, to your health, including those thought patterns that we were just talking about, including emotional wounds that haven't been healed and constant thought patterns that need to be worked through. And you basically just need to say, why do I feel this way? Why are these reoccurring? What do I feel when they reoccur? And just answer these questions to yourself until you know confidently that you have overcame that, because that's how you come overcome things that are deep down, is by just pulling them forward, addressing them, and working through them in whatever manner your body's telling you to work through, because your body will let you know how to work through these emotions. And then there's denial. You might be in denial that you have these emotions, that you're feeling one way or another about a toxic relationship, the death. Maybe you're grieving and you're in denial that you're still grieving. Grieving process, no one can tell you how long you should grieve. Grieving is going to take as long as it's going to take. And it's going to look like a lot of things. Grieving will look like depression. So someone will say you're depressed, but you may have a very good reason for working through the grieving process. And it could take you a very long time. And it's nobody else's business. You do and deal the way that you need to for your own health. But don't deny that you're grieving. Don't deny that you're depressed. Don't deny that you have emotional wounds, because that will contribute to you having poor health. It'll break down your immune system. It'll break down your nervous system. It can cause things like anxiety. And these are just things that you need to accept. Accept the thing. And no one else has to accept your things. These are your issues. It's up to you to accept them, and if nobody else accepts them, that's fine. And that includes self-inspection. Now we're not talking about things that are always done to us on the outside. It's self inspection is we're inspecting our own routines, our own habits, our own emotions. Maybe there's someone that we need to go forward to and offer an apology for maybe a relationship or behavior we had in the past. We need to self reflect and self inspect. And we will have a lot of stress if we're not inspecting ourselves. We will have a lot of shame. We'll have a lot of depression for things that we haven't dealt with. And it's okay to make poor decisions. We need to try to make better decisions, and we learn by our poor decisions. And then there's the truth. We need to come to the knowledge of the truth. Our health is affected by the way that we live. It's affected by the root cause of illnesses and diseases that are already in our body. And there are ways to help ourselves get through them and work through them if we take these steps, which are looking for the deep embedded emotional wounds, starting with the ones that are at the surface, taking out our toxic habits, replacing them with healthy habits, living in the truth and knocking out denial by self inspection and self reflection. And if we work through that, we'll feel a lot better from day to day and to be consistent in these areas. Have a great day.